49ers Sac-hi Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member, FDIC.
Next on 49ers Sac-hi Sports presented by U.S. Bank, the football playoffs continue and we have the highlights. We'll see De La Salle battle Pittsburgh. St. Francis takes on Mitty and Northgate meets El Cerrito.
You'll see exciting NorCal and state volleyball finals, including the epic St. Francis-Mitty rematch. We have NorCal water polo finals and the Half Moon Bay Star coming back after an incredible series of setbacks. It's all right now on 49ers Sac-hi Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Welcome to 49ers Sac-hi Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. A big playoff show tonight. Let's begin at Clayton Valley High School, where the Ugly Eagles and their outstanding senior quarterback Christian Aguilar play in the NCS D1 semifinal game.
That's right, the Uggs taking on Liberty. The Lions feature their own outstanding senior quarterback Nate Bell. The winner moves on to the NCS D1 final game next week. The game played at Clayton Valley Friday night.
Here come the Clayton Valley Ugly Eagles as they take on Liberty in the NCS D1 semi. The Lions get on the board first. Nate Bell takes the snap, runs down the far sideline, and scampers in for 6. PAT good, and it's 7-0 Liberty after 1. Clayton Valley answers back in the second, give it to Micah Avery, who dives into the end zone. It's tied up at 7. The Ugly Eagles on the attack again later in the quarter. Christian Aguilar fires and hits a wide open Ahmad Shadnawi, who takes it all the way inside the red zone. Then a few plays later, Aguilar connects with David Amos, who dives in for the touchdown. 14-7 Ugly Eagles at the half. Third quarter now, and Aguilar drops back and airs it out deep to Emilio Strange, who hauls it in with the defender all over him. What a spectacular catch from the senior. 21-7 Clayton Valley after 3. Liberty battles back in the fourth. Bell heaves it deep down the far sideline for Ryan McKendry, who makes the catch for a big gain. Then a couple plays later, Bell keeps it himself and finds the end zone for the second time of the game, and it's 21-13 Clayton Valley. The Lions needing a touchdown late, but the pass is broken up by Josh Rodriguez as Clayton Valley hangs on to win it 21-13 to move on to the NCS Division I final game next week.
The Wilcox Chargers host the Bellarmine Bells in round 2 of the CCS playoffs. Nikon Shadus on the call. Bell's ball in the first after a fumble recovery on kickoff. Parker 3 gets the handoff and the junior is in for the touchdown. 7-0 Bells. Chargers drive downfield to set up a Thon Wingate for the 24-yard field goal, and it's 7-3 Bells. Second quarter, Chargers ball, and the handoff goes to Andrew Palacios, who breaks through and turns on the Jets. The shifty senior is gone for a 38-yard touchdown. 10-7 Chargers. Bells looking to tie with a 20-yard field goal going into half, but Elijah Walker gets a hand on it to keep it 10-7. And here come the Chargers, all hyped up for the second half. Third quarter underway, Nate Escalada takes a snap and drops back and takes a shot downfield and connects with Zane St. Laurent for the 34-yard touchdown. What a catch. Bells lead 14-10. Chargers staying in it though as Palacio breaks the plane for another touchdown. 17-14 Chargers. Bells threatening with 5:13 left to go in the fourth as Escalada connects with Colin Lacaraju, who gets in for the touchdown. Bells lead 21-17. Wilcox trying to come back, but the pass gets picked off by Billy Ladd, who takes it deep into Charger territory. The great read by Ladd ices the game, and the Bellarmine Bells come from behind to advance to the CCS Division II semifinals, setting up a West Catholic League rematch with St. Ignatius.
CIF State Division V Championship game as Brian Christian takes on Victory Christian Academy in Los Angeles. Ivan Garcia with the highlights. VCA Knights down 5. Kealoha Phillips rips one off the defender to cut the lead. Eagles up 24-18. Serve hits the net and the overpass goes right to Winter Jones, and the sophomore is as cool as the other side of the pillow. Taps the ball down and Eagles take set 1. Set 2 was all Knights. Maya Stinson gets up high for the block. VCA takes set 2 25-14. Knights still controlling into the third set. Miranda Cack sets to Saren Rogers, who sends a vicious hit to get the point. VCA takes a 2-1 set lead. Knights down 3 in the fourth set. Ayame Ibato gets low for the dig that goes over the net and finds the gap, but Brian Christian stays in front. Anyika Uresi sets to Marley Seeley, and the freshman, yeah, that's right, freshman rips one off the defender, and we are going to set 5. Fifth set was going back and forth. Uresti with another assist, and this one goes to Sophie Hall, who gets her 18th kill of the match. Eagles will be on the brink of elimination, but come back to match point. The Knights' hit is just out of play, and Bree Christian takes a close set, 5-17-15. For the first time in Bree Christian history, the Eagles are the CIF state champions. Congrats to Coach Abbott and the Eagles on etching their names into the history books.
A few handshakes before the start to this D1 NorCal final between Bellarmine and Sacred Heart Prep. First quarter, Bell's on the move. Tyler Roller passes it to Phillip Long, and the long shot is good. Bellarmine strikes first. Here come the Gators on the other end. Jake Sotadze lobs a pass over to Will Swart, and our fall CCS Coast Scholar Athlete of the Year rockets it home, all tied at 1 after 1. Sacred Heart Prep pulled away in the second frame. Sotadze with another great pass. This time it's over to Oliver Marson, who shoots and scores from the 2-meter line. Then it's Luke Bachler who scores off the penalty shot. SHP up 6-2 at the half. More Gators in the second half, and more Luke Bachler as the senior unloads and finds the back of the net. 5 goals for Bachler in this match. Bellarmine showing no quit in the second half. Here's Chase Barman, and the senior converts off the penalty shot for one of his 2 goals. Gators up 12-7 after 3. More Bells in the fourth. Barman finds a wide open Alex Hegman, and the goalie says, "Hey, I can score too." But not enough. Back-to-back NorCal D1 titles for Sacred Heart Prep as the Gators take care of business, beating Bellarmine 16-11.
Each week, the Rikus Center helps us honor the Players of the Week.
The players announced in a wrap produced by the good folks at the Rikus Center. Here are this week's Gary Rikus Players of the Week.
49 Cal High. Yeah. One time for the brilliance, feeling the skill in them constantly. Honestly, you really want to see William Augustine coming as a shooter for the Bruins' prophecy. Blind ambition, but with them you still got a lot to see. 393 yards for the kid, and I count 6 touchdowns to bounce in the mix. On the ground and in the winds, rushing and throwing. Williams feeling himself, but never blushing, he knows it. So keep the victory silent while the Liberty Lions are making history smiling. As the hay fell when Abel came well prepared. 2 running TVs with 2 through the air. Now beware, this the heart of a lion. Don't get him started by trying to disregard the alliance to the kingdom. Big senior with a crown, ready to pounce. Any competitive predator coming around. Get down. Yeah. 49 a Cal High. Gary Rikus, Players of the Week. Mace.
U.S. Bank presents the Coach of the Week each week.
This week's award goes to Danny Sullivan from Archbishop Mitty. The Monarchs winning a thrilling overtime game last week to advance in the CCS Open Division. Danny Sullivan, this week's U.S. Bank Coach of the Week. Stanford Medicine brings us great advice for athletes every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
Even though the anterior cruciate ligament, or ACL, of the knee gets the most attention, MCL, or medial collateral ligament, are much more common injuries and can lead to significant impairment if not treated properly. The MCL protects the knee against valgus stress, in which the lower leg goes outward from the thigh. MCL tears can be graded 1 to 3, with 3 being the most severe. The MCL is outside the knee capsule and has excellent healing potential. Almost all isolated MCL injuries heal well with rest and bracing, and surgery is reserved for only the most severe injuries.
Coming up, our first SunPower electric game as Mitty battles league rival St. Francis.
And action from the state volleyball tournament played Saturday in Southern California. This is 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
The Rikus Center's individualized athletic programs, Core and Smart, are designed for participants to accomplish their goals safely, efficiently, and effectively. Through Core and Smart, you can enhance athletic performance, build strength, or improve your overall health. You'll set your goals, work with experienced performance coaches to design your specific workout, and receive support to stay on track and make progress towards your desired results. Got goals? Come to the Rikus Center.
Yeah, let's redo the basement.
Hello, home movie theater.
Spare bedroom.
Why not both? Use the U.S. Bank mobile app to apply for a home improvement loan. It's easy.
Wonderful, Alex.
Hey, that's what U.S. Bank is for. Anything else?
How about a loan for a bigger car? Our family is growing.
Oh.
Yeah, my brother's moving in with his 5 dogs.
Oh.
Heyo!
And we're expecting.
Expecting what?
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together.
For nearly half a century, DevCon Construction has helped build the dreams of Bay Area schools. DevCon Construction buildings and fields are the foundation for many of our finest schools. The exceptional quality of our finished product is a big reason why we are ranked as the largest builder in Silicon Valley. The quality is what keeps our customers satisfied and wanting to use DevCon for their future projects. DevCon Construction, building our communities from schools to stadiums. Nearly half a century of quality service and a history of success.
49ers Cal-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By SunPower Electric, proud partner of the San Francisco 49ers. By Stanford Medicine, #1 in Northern California in orthopedics. By Service Champions, high five service, champion attitude, service champions. By Mattress Firm, the official sleep partner of the San Francisco 49ers. By Stevens Creek Chevrolet, find new roads. And by the Reich Center, where goals and dreams become a reality.
Tonight's CCS SunPower Electric game features familiar foes from the West Catholic League. We talked about Danny Sullivan and his Midi Monarchs coming off a thrilling first-round win.
The Monarchs advancing to take on St. Francis. The Lancers used a heavy dose of running back Kingston Kiananaya. It's the semifinal game in the CCS Division 1, and it's our CCS SunPower Electric game. Our Jake Vanderbroek was there.
Electric game.
Both Midi and St. Francis walked off the field victorious last week in some very close ball games. So now these two West Catholic League teams meet again. St. Francis won the first meeting back on November 4th. The Lancers love to run the ball. Watch out for Kingston Kiananaya. Last week, the sophomore rushed for over 160 yards with 1 touchdown against Sacred Heart Cathedral. And for the Monarchs, Wills Towers is on our radar. Last week, the senior quarterback racked up 3 total touchdowns against Los Gatos. Buckle up for this one. It's Midi and St. Francis, and it's our CCS SunPower Electric game. First quarter, Lancers on the move. Kingston Kiananaya gets the carry and plows his way in for a 3-yard touchdown. PAT good, 7-zip Lancers. Here come the Monarchs. Wills Towers fakes the handoff, throws a beautiful ball in the end zone, and Ben Kim hauls it in for a Monarchs touchdown. PAT no good, 7-6 St. Francis after 1. Second quarter, Lancers up 14-6, make it 21-6 as Kiananaya reaches over the goal line for a 10-yard touchdown. St. Francis up by 15 at the half. Third quarter, AJ Senezel takes the carry, and the junior gets by a few defenders and muscles his way in for 6. Midi cuts the lead to 8. Back and forth we go. Matt Doherty showing off the arm strength, connects with Derek Gilly on a slant, and the senior is loose. See ya! 28-13 Lancers. We jump to the fourth quarter. Monarchs down 35-20 with over 4 minutes left. Towers finds a wide open Caden Allard for a wide open touchdown. Monarchs now down 35-27. So Midi goes with the onside kick, and Steven Anaya falls on top of the rock. Huge special teams play by the senior. Midi back on offense on 4th and goal. The Monarchs roll the dice. Towers rolls right, looks the other way, and finds Ben Kim for 6. Midi within 2, so they go for 2. Towers finds Danny Scudero, and the senior reaches the ball over the goal line, and the 2-point try is good. All tied at 35. Overtime. Here we go. The Lancer student section is able to escape from the rage cage. Midi gets the ball first. Towers connects with Charlie Butler, and he takes a big hit, but the ball crosses the goal line for the touchdown. PAT good, 42-35 Midi. But here come the Lancers. Kiananaya takes the carry, gets a few blocks from his lineman, and scores from 10 yards out. Here's the extra point to tie the game, but the Lancers fumble the snap! Steven Anaya seals the deal! Unreal! Gritty Midi advances to the CCS D1 Finals, beating St. Francis 42-41.
We find ways to win. It started in December, right after last season. We got to work, we changed some things up, and it was just a mentality.
In Mountain View with the CCS Sun Power Electric game, I'm Jake Vanderbrook, 49ers Cal High Sports.
Top seeds battle it out for the CIF State D3 Championship as Archie Williams takes on Buckley. It was all Buckley in the first set. Charlotte Reef sets a Tate Draga set for the kill. The sophomore had a big game. Griffins take set 1, 25-16. Every set after that was a battle. Reef with another assist to drag a set, and the second set is tied at 19. Archie Williams with the point lead. Rainey Preston shows off the vertical to get the block as Falcons take set 2, 25-22. Griffins come out strong in the third set. Sophia Wolfson gets the lightning fast kill. Buckley up 2. Falcons working back into the set and get to set point. Reese Frazier sets to Ella Snipes, and she gets one of her 25 kills of the match. Falcons take set 3, 25-23. Fourth set. Frazier with the set, and it's Katie Griffiths with the slam. Archie Williams goes up 18-16. Buckley looking to close the gap as Jaden Green gets up high for the block, and the set is tied at 23. But the Falcons get to match point. Frazier sets to Snipes for the game-ending kill. The Falcons are the CIF state champions for the first time in Archie Williams history. Congrats to Coach Hudson and the Falcons on being crowned D3 champions.
Service Champions is the champion when it comes to HVAC sales and championship service.
This week's Service Champion Student Spotlight is Matthew Vo from Heritage. The senior played water polo for the Patriots. On campus, Matthew is the vice president of the Project Climate Club. Project Climate educates students on climate change. The club also organizes cleanups and participates in climate activist rallies. Stevens Creek Chevrolet brings us the Spirit Corner every week.
This celebrates the great work done by Spirit Squads all around the Bay Area. Here's the outstanding cheer team from Acalanes.
My daddy Alabama, mama Louisiana, Creole make a Texas Bama. I like my baby hair with baby hair and afro. I earned all this money, but they never take the country out me. I got hot sauce in my bag, swag.
Coming up, Division 4 action from the CCS as Santa Teresa meets Sequoia.
But first, here is our Cupertino Electric Power Rankings for volleyball.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
Kids these days, they're curious, kind, and resilient. A generation of givers and doers, kids these days are redefining what it means to show their true colors and shine bright. That's why at Clover the Rainbow, we're committed to providing families with nutritious, organic, American Humane certified smoothies. And now, organic lactose-free whole milk and organic DHA omega-3 plus choline milk. Clover the Rainbow, power your brilliance.
From the beginning, Mara-West Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
Mara-West worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, Mara-West works for me.
Put our premier savings account to work for you, now paying up to 25 times the national average. Mara-West Credit Union, working for you today, tomorrow, together.
Join us on the ice for the Bay Area's hottest sport. High school ice hockey leagues are forming now for the upcoming season. Be part of this fast-moving, hard-hitting, crazy, exciting game. You can join as part of your high school team or sign up to be assigned to a team. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations all around the Bay Area. Jump in anytime and join your friends on the ice. Be a part of Bay Area high school hockey. Contact Sharks Ice for more details and get into the game today.
We are the Terranova Tigers, and you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
Semifinal action now in the CCS Division 4 bracket. The Sequoia Ravens finished second in the El Camino division with senior quarterback Johnny Larios throwing for just under 1,500 yards.
Santa Teresa likes to run the ball. Bear Reyes had a fine regular season, running for 700 yards in 9 games. The Saints at Sequoia, with both teams hoping to keep their season alive Friday night.
Top seed Sequoia hosting number 4 Santa Teresa in CCS Division 4 semis. ST strikes first with a field goal in the first quarter, but in the second, Sequoia's Luke Ulrich punches it in and the Ravens take a 6-3 lead. Then 3 minutes left in the half, the Saints jump back on top as Joshua Reyes muscles his way in to score. And a minute later, Jaden Aravalo heading into halftime with the fire. Fakes out a defender and flies down the sideline unscathed. Watch the wheels before barreling in 55 yards to the end zone, and Santa Teresa leads 17-6 at halftime. Sequoia wastes no time in the second half. John Larios looks and launches into the sky and hits Jack Elgain on a huge pickup. Then Luke Ulrich finishes it off with his second touchdown of the evening, cutting the lead to 5. ST would extend its lead on another touchdown, and we go to the final seconds of the third. Jaden Aravalo unloads right to Jeffrey Kerr, who hangs on to the tough reception. Saints in great position to start the fourth, and Joshua Reyes again dives in and pops right back up with a quick score to put ST up 31-12. Ravens still battling. John Larios fires to Jack Elgain, and he avoids the tackle and takes off. Jukes back in to find an open lane and will not be stopped. A 70-yard touchdown run ignites the Ravens. They get the ball right back after a successful onside kick and are threatening, but the ST defense says no. Stops the fourth down attempt at the goal line, and the Santa Teresa Saints will head to the championship for the first time since 1987.
Big crowd for this NorCal title game. Soquel at Miramonte. Soquel on top early as Stanford-bound Quinn Healy fires from distance 2-0 Soquel. But the Matadors fight back, toss it inside to Dania Ennis. She's going to UCLA next year, a great player for the Mats. More Miramonte as Rosalie Hassett walking in and firing from a tough angle as the Mats tie it at 2-all. Tally Stryker here on the outside decides to shoot, and that was a good idea. We're tied at 3-all. Another long shot here for the Mats as USC-bound Megan McInich scores, and the Mats lead 4-3 in the second. Later in the second, Miramonte extending its lead. Again, a sharp outside shot. It's Rosalie Hassett again, and the Mats lead at 6-3. Later, it's McInich to Mary Hassett, and Rosalie's little sister skips it home, and everyone in the pool as the Matadors win their 70th straight game and win the state NorCal title. Megan McInich leading all scorers.
Time for some hockey. Jake Vanderbrook at Tech CU Arena as St. Francis battles Valley Christian. The Warriors get off to a fast start. Here's a shot near the blue line. Doesn't go. Puck still loose. And Max Jurin is there for the rebound and finishes with the backhand. And yes, you can hear the goal horn. 1-0 Valley Christian. More Warriors in the first. This time, Cameron Britt steals the puck and goes glove side to widen the deficit to 2. St. Francis responds late in the first frame, down 3-0. Dylan Danise fires a shot. Zara Almajaj gets a piece of the puck and redirects it in between the pipes to put St. Francis on the board. Almazaj and Cameron Britt would each score again to make it 4-2 after 1. Over 10 minutes left in the second frame. St. Francis with a 2-on-1 opportunity. Zach Iden passes it to Almazaj, who scores off the one-timer. A hat trick for Xander Almazaj. 4-3 Valley Christian. Back and forth we go. This time Valley Christian has a 2-on-1 advantage. Cameron Britt goes with the backhand and scores, and Britt celebrates by jumping into the boards. 5-3 Warriors after 2 periods. Third frame, Warriors up 6-3, but Nikolai weaves his way through traffic, takes a shot, doesn't go, but is there for the rebound and finds the back of the net for St. Francis. Moments later, Almazaj finds Josh Phillips at number 19, fires a wrister between the pipes. St. Francis not going away, trailing 6-5, but Valley Christian would get the last laugh. Puck is loose, and Jacob Koskut skates down the other end and cashes in on a breakaway goal. Great hustle there. Valley Christian goes on to beat St. Francis 7-5, and Cameron Britt is our Sharks Ice Hockey Player of the Week. This tremendous forward finished with 4 goals and 1 assist.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of athletes who inspire us.
Adrian Soriano joins us now with the story of the amazing Cougar comeback kid.
Robert, Peter Valdez is a senior captain on the Half Moon Bay football team, but his journey back on the field is a true definition of a resilient Cougar. It's game day for Peter Valdez and the Half Moon Bay football team. Getting here for Peter Valdez is a story of pain and perseverance. In March of 2021, Peter suffered a devastating injury during a game against Stellar Prep.
So I was on the field, the trainer came out and he reset my femur and everything. I was on the field for like 45 minutes because it was COVID. They didn't have any fire trucks or ambulances right up there like normally do.
Sitting up in the stands 50-yard line, and it was on the opposite side of the field, and noticed there's a player down, and I immediately was scanning the sideline going, where's Peter, where's Peter, where's Peter? And I hear the scream and I'm like, oh my God, that sounds like Peter.
Peter was immediately rushed to the hospital and underwent emergency surgery the next morning. Peter began rehab 2 weeks after his surgery.
He was in pretty much every day with me, 6 days a week, some weeks on the weekends after school, helping out when he could because he couldn't be at practice, and it is frustrating not being able to do the sport in your outlet. Once he was able to graduate from physical therapy, we started really weightlifting to get his body back into shape.
Doctors told Peter he would be out for 9 to 12 months because of the severity of the injury. With hard work and perseverance, Peter was back on the field just in time to start his junior year on the varsity football team.
So it was a week before the first game, and it was just practice. We were just routine defensive practice, and came in, wrapped up because we normally don't go to the ground, and then I just feel a pop in my shoulder.
The MRI would reveal a left shoulder dislocation and a torn labrum.
It wasn't necessarily season ending. I went in, I got a brace, and I recommended by the doctor and the trainer, and then came back on the field, was able to play a full game.
Then during a league game against Menlo Atherton, Peter would dislocate his right shoulder, a devastating blow to this young man's season.
After the first one, I knew exactly what it was, and I just laid on the field. Trainer came out. He knew what it was right away and came back to the sideline. And this one was actually a little more serious. We weren't able to pop it right back in.
He had the leg injury, trained all off season, did all his rehab, was always in the weight room, did everything the way it was supposed to be, and then to come back and have the back-to-back shoulder injuries after he did everything right to get back on track, it was really just disappointing for him, you know, disappointing for all of us.
Peter decided to undergo surgery to fix his left shoulder. This allowed him a chance to play his senior season. Peter still needs surgery on the right shoulder, but that would have to wait. Surgeries on both shoulders would take away any chance of playing his senior season.
My husband and I determined that if we took football away from him, it would be more detrimental to him. We had a serious discussion, and I kind of told Peter, I said, I'll let you play your senior year and play with these boys that you care about so much. You've been playing with since Pop Warner, because these kids mean so much to him, that asked him if college football would be off the table.
Peter is playing this season with a brace on both shoulders to prevent further injury.
I really feel like Pete is just the type of kid who's looking forward and not looking back, and you know, he's not afraid of hard work, and he's not afraid of you know, playing through a little bit of pain.
I know how tough it is for him. We've had the conversations, but the whole time there wasn't a shred of doubt that he wasn't going to come back and play and have a great senior year. And we just wanted him to be healthy, and he's flourishing this year.
When Peter Valdez takes the field for Half Moon Bay, you would never know what this senior linebacker has endured, but for Peter, being here with his teammates means everything. Peter is one of the most resilient players I've ever met. To go through all those injuries and to come back and have a stellar season is truly inspiring.
Yeah, fantastic and very inspirational. Great guy.
AmeriWest Credit Union honors teachers every week with the AmeriWest Merit Award.
Here's William Augenstein talking about his favorite teacher, Tiffany Igeri.
My favorite teacher at this moment would have to be my Miss Yageri. It's a long name. She's given me so many opportunities. You know, she's always had my back, especially when it comes to like extra credit, extra assignments, and all getting my grades up and all that. Like, she's really been useful to me, and I just really appreciate it.
Coming up, our Mattress Firm Perfect Match with the final meeting between volleyball foes Mitty and St. Francis.
And the Menlo Knights meet the Fighting Acorns from Live Oak in the CCS Division III semifinal. This is 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by US Bank.
Everyone can learn. Sometimes it's the teacher who makes all the difference. At Math Enrichment, we use only top-rated credentialed teachers. Our fully accredited WASC schools allow you to move up to advanced classes in high school and get high school credit. Math Enrichment has fun, recreational activities helping to make your math experience a joy. You can learn even advanced math, and we can help make it happen. Sign up at mathenrichment.net or at one of our many Bay Area locations. Use the sac-hi promo code for the best possible price.
Trevor was born a champion. He knows how to make lemonade from lemons. He also knows that comfort is all year round. So sometimes when you can't make lemonade, you make hot chocolate. Today, Trevor is proud to be a service champion. We're now offering a $58 2-for-1 special. You'll get a comprehensive AC tune-up and a free furnace safety inspection. High five service, champion attitude. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Brought your baseball glove to basketball practice that turned out to be football practice? Game on, junk sleep. During Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale, get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin and save up to $700 on select mattresses. Plus, get a free adjustable base. Shop now at Mattress Firm, the official sleep partner of the San Francisco 49ers.
49ers Sac-hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Lexus of Stevens Creek, we get it. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. By Sharks Eyes, the official practice facility of the San Jose Sharks and home of the San Jose Barracuda. By Mary West Credit Union, working for you today, tomorrow, together. By DevCon, build, perform, design, sustain. And by Math Enrichment, learn, achieve, have fun.
Each week, Mattress Firm helps us find a great match on the field or court, just like they try and find a great match for you and a mattress. This week, it's the final of 6 meetings between St. Francis and Mitty.
The Lancers are the top-ranked team in Northern California and have beaten Mitty 5 straight times this season. But the last 2 meetings went to 5 sets. The winner goes to the state final game in this week's Mattress Firm Perfect Match.
Big crowd at St. Francis to cheer on their Lancers in this NorCal title game. The Lancers get a first set lead. Taylor Williams and Faith Crouch putting up the double block. Let's go! More Lancers in the first. Whitney Wallace to Havana Heft to Williams. Ham and eggs, baby! And then it's Heft at the net. The senior setter gets the block. The Loyola Marymount commit was awesome in this match. Late in the first now as the Lancers close it out. Aaron Curtis to Heft outside to Sammy Franco, who had an outstanding match for the Lancers. Lancers up 1-0. Second set, more of the same. Williams to Heft. Back to Williams with the back row kill. Mitty fighting back. Demi Harris to Maya Baker to Audrey Liddell for a big-time rip. But the Lancers take the second. Jamison Martin to Heft again to Williams in the back row, and the Lancers lead it 2-0. Mitty comes back in the third. Jillian Pasquale to Baker to Liddell. Audrey trying to lead her team back into this one. Mitty takes the third with Baker at the net putting up a roof. It's 2-1. St. Francis still in the lead. The Lancers would take it home in the fourth. Wallace to Heft. Quick set to Crouch in the middle for an early 4-set lead. That's using your head. Later in the fourth, Williams to Heft to Curtis, who just crushes it. And now late in the fourth, Crouch is strong at the net, and we go to match point. Heft to Williams with the last of her 22 kills in the match as St. Francis stays undefeated, winning the NorCal title. Highlights from the state title game in a bit, but first here's Sammy Franco saying what this means for her team.
This means so much to me and my team. We worked so hard to get here. I'm so proud of everyone, and we wouldn't be here without all of our hard work and dedication. And our amazing coaches, they've helped us so much to get here, and I'm really thankful for everything.
Here come the Live Oak Acorns as they take on Menlo in the CCS D3 semifinals. The Acorns on the attack early, give it to Jordan Fuentes, who goes absolutely nuts, breaking multiple tackles before being taken down inside the 10-yard line. Then a couple plays later, Xavier Catano takes the snap and dives in for a Live Oak touchdown. PAT good, and it's 7-zip Acorns after 1. Second quarter now, and Stubb takes the snap and launches it deep to Luke Ritchie for a big gain. Then a few plays later, Catano gets the snap again and scrambles in for his second touchdown of the game. 14-0 Live Oak Acorns at the half. The Acorns looking to extend their lead in the third, but the pass is tipped and picked off by Aaron Chen, and Aaron will run for a while all the way to the 41-yard line. The Knights take advantage as Ty Richardson takes the handoff and dives in for the score. 14-7 Live Oak Acorns after 3. Fourth quarter now, and it's Richardson with the carry again, and Ty will run it in for 6. And it's tied up, 14-all. Live Oak trying to retake the lead late in the game, but the pass is picked off by Brady Jung, and Menlo is back in business. The Knights jump ahead 2 plays later, hand it to Ty Richardson one more time, and Ty turns on the Jets. 45 yards to the house as Menlo comes all the way back to win it 21-14 and move on to the CCS D3 final game, where they'll see Hollister next week.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award each week, celebrating young people who donate their time to do good work in their communities.
This week's Volunteer Award goes to Jade Von Dope from San Rafael High School. Jade has done all sorts of work in her community, working in soup kitchens, beach cleanups, helping at the Special Olympics, and making cards for veterans and so much more. Jade talks about why everyone should get involved.
It's always like a good thing to help someone else, right? Like if you have the resources and if you can drive, if you have like the money to like spend on maybe like buying food for a food drive, like really small things, you really should do it. And like, so you really get to learn so much about your community, and it gives you so many skills.
Each week, Gallo Salami helps us catch up with athletes being recruited by top colleges.
This week's Gallo Salami Big Salami is Jaden Rashada from Pittsburgh. The sensational senior quarterback recently changed his commitment from the University of Miami to the University of Florida.
Coming up, it's the CCS Division I semifinal with Salinas and Sarah.
And more action from the state volleyball finals. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by US Bank. We're back at Levi Stadium with the CCS Division I semifinal with the top seed Sarah taking on 4th seeded Salinas.
Yeah, the high-scoring Cowboys come into this game at 11-1. Sarah undefeated at 12-0. They're the top seed, hosting Salinas on Saturday afternoon.
Here come the Sarah Padres as they take on Salinas in the CCS D1 semifinal. The Cowboys trying to get their offense started, but Timo Poloka gets home for the sack. Sarah would take off from there. Milwaukee Smith fires and hits Seamus Gilmartin, who gets both of his feet inbounds for the touchdown. 8-0 Padres. Sarah on the board again later in the quarter. Jabari Man powers in for the score. 15-0 Sarah Padres after 1. Second quarter now, and Smith airs it out to Joey Villaroman, and Joey makes a spectacular catch in the end zone. 22-0 Sarah Padres in the lead. The Padres just firing on all cylinders at this point. Give it to Malachi Gasrock, and Malachi turns on the Jets. 18 yards to pay dirt. 29-0 Sarah. Sarah on the attack again. Smith finds Jaden Green on the screen pass. Get out of the way, referee. Jaden runs down the sideline, and he is gone. 53 yards to the house as the Padres continue to roll. Salinas answers back later in the quarter. Adam Schaefer connects with Zach Ball for the Cowboys touchdown, but the Padres continue to make their presence felt. Smith airing it out once again, this time to Jaden Weber, as Sarah moves on to the CCS Division I title game, where they will take on the Mighty Monarchs next week.
It's a battle of the unbeatens. Winner is crowned CIF State Open Division champion. St. Francis takes on Cathedral Catholic. Havana Hope sets to Aaron Curtis, and the junior smashes this one as Lancers go up 3. But the Dons flip the script and use stellar defense to take the lead. Milan Bayless gets up high for the block as Cathedral Catholic takes at 1, 25-21. Lancers down 8 in the second. Whitney Wallace bumps the Duke commit Taylor Williams for the nice kill. St. Francis trying to spark a run, but again the Dons defense comes up huge as Riley Patterson reaches high for the block. Set point for Cathedral Catholic. Amanda Sager was an assist machine. This one to Jenna Hayes, and the junior snipes one that just stays in as Dons take set 2, 25-16. Third set was going back and forth. Lancers down 1. Cross-court pass from Ho finds Curtis, and she gets the nice kill. Later in the set, Ho sets to Sasha Tuma, and she rips one through the block, and the set is tied at 20. Dons get to match point. Sager sets to Haynes, who sends a hard hit over the net, and the ball falls on the Lancers side to give Cathedral Catholic the win. Cathedral Catholic ends their perfect 42-0 season by winning the CIF State Open Division after beating St. Francis in 3 sets.
Math Enrichment is the Bay Area leader in quality tutoring to help you become a Scholar Athlete.
So Math Enrichment brings us the Scholar Athlete Award each week. This week's Scholar Athlete is Isabel Marco from Sacred Heart Prep. Isabel is a terrific volleyball player and a great student in the classroom with a 3.8 GPA.
Albany's Construction is back with us again this year, presenting the Dirty Work Play.
This is a play showing the type of grit and determination shown by all the workers at Albany's Construction. This week's Dirty Work Play goes to Ben Hosler from Northgate, recovering the onside kick in the Broncos' playoff win last week. Ben Hosler doing the dirty work, just like our friends at Albany's Construction. Please join us on our social media for great videos and lots of information. We're big on Instagram and growing on TikTok, so check us out.
Remember, you can order videos from any of the games played on our shows. Click on the QR code on your screen to order. Subscribe to the YouTube site to get notified when new videos are available.
Coming up, our NCS SunPower Electric game as De La Salle battles Pittsburgh in the NCS Open Division final game.
And NorCal Water Polo with St. Ignatius and Gunn as 49ers Cal-Hi Sports presented by U.S. Bank rolls along.
This tiny payment thing is a giant pain. Hi, ladies. Alex from U.S. Bank. Can she help? How about a comprehensive point-of-sale system that can track inventory, manage schedules, and customize orders? That's what U.S. Bank Business Essentials is for. What about a new oven? Can U.S. Bank help us there? We can serve loans in as fast as 12 minutes. That would be a big help. Huge. Jumbo. Ginormous. Woo!
Finding ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. We'll get there together.
The Rikers Center's Community Service Program in Menlo Park provides a unique opportunity for you to gain valuable leadership and life skills while working in a diverse and exciting environment. Whether you're looking to complete school service hours, gain relevant experience for a job or college, or immerse yourself in all the Rikers Center has to offer, our Community Service Program gives you the opportunity to engage your community, make meaningful human connections, and learn new skills in athletic fitness, creative arts, and nature awareness. Got goals? Come to the Rikers Center.
1, 2, 3.
Get ready to cheer for your next new or used car at Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're ready to make your buying experience safe and easy. Come to our dealership to see and test drive one of hundreds of great Chevrolet cars and trucks. Or you can go online to shop, order, and have your new car delivered right to your door. So get fired up for a great deal right here at
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
Two of the Bay Area's very best teams meeting this week in the NCS Open Division title game. Bay Valley League champion Pittsburgh comes into this game as the Bay Valley League champs with a 10-1 overall record.
De La Salle comes into the game at 8-3 and winners of 29 NCS titles in a row. It's our NCS SunPower Electric game, and Robert was there.
Electric game.
Tonight's game between De La Salle and Pittsburgh could come down to the Pittsburgh Pirates aerial show. The Pirates featuring 4 Division I athletes as part of that aerial game. Look for Jaden Rashada, the quarterback who's headed toward Florida next year to throw to a trifecta of receivers, including Rashid Williams, who's going to Washington, Zach Card, who's headed to Oregon State, and Kai Taylor, who's going to Boise State. Offsetting that for the Spartans will be their outstanding defense led by Andrew Cunningham. Andrew Cunningham is a 6'4", 210-pound junior linebacker. He is outstanding, as is the entire De La Salle defense. An amazing offense against a very strong defense in tonight's NCS SunPower Electric game. The Spartan D showing up early as this pass is picked by Robert Santiago and a nice return by the sophomore. The Spartans get a Spencer Bryan field goal, 3-0 in the first. Big play by the Spartans offense now as Toa Fa'avae throws over the middle to the big tight end, Cooper Flanagan, and the Notre Dame commit is off to the races, finally dragged down at the 20-yard line, 63 yards for Flanagan. Second quarter now as Fa'avae keeps it and turns the corner 10 yards and in as De La Salle takes a 10-0 lead. Pitt looking to come back, but the Spartan line was in the backfield all night long. Dylan Greason gets the sack there. After another Spartan field goal, Pitt starts to come back. Jaden Rashada firing out to Kai Taylor, who spins free and gets some yards after the catch. Later, same drive, Rashada looking to throw but decides to run 7 yards and in, cutting the Spartans' lead to 13-7 late in the second. But the Spartans driving again. Fa'avae rolling out and hitting J.C. Romo, racing down the sideline and pushed out of bounds at the 25. A 37-yard play leading to another field goal. 16-7 Spartans at the half. Second half, just like the first. The pass is intercepted. It's Colton Seastrand picking it off in a nice return. The Spartans cash in on this Charles Greer touchdown scamper. 23-7 Spartans. Back comes Pitt, and again it's Rashada taking off and running 30 yards for Rashada, diving to the 2-yard line. And now hand it to Elijah Bowe. Elijah had a nice game for the Pirates. The touchdown here cutting the Spartans' lead to 23-16. De La Salle answers right back as Fa'avae on the read option. Look at the move here to lose the defender. A big gain for the sophomore. And that leads to this fourth quarter Charles Greer plunge, 30-16 De La Salle. Pittsburgh gets to within one score late. It's Rashada to Kai Taylor. A pretty touchdown, but not enough as De La Salle advances to a NorCal final game.
This win means a lot to us. This building momentum, going into another playoff week. This next week we have a bye, but going into Folsom, this definitely builds good momentum.
Jake Vanderbrook at gun for the D3 NorCal final between Gunn and St. Ignatius. The clash of the Titans strike first as Ron Zamir receives a pass and gets the 2-meter shot to go. But the Wildcats close out the first quarter, scoring 3 unanswered, including this goal by Isaac Ing, 3-1 SI after 1. The Wildcats keep this a 3-goal game going into halftime as Jack Sandler takes his sweet time and then fires it behind the cage. 7-4 St. Ignatius heading into the break. Third frame, Wolfgang at home shoots from the 5-meter line to get the penalty shot to go for Gunn. But on the other end, Gijo Samasaki works inside with a defender all over him and still manages to fire this shot behind the net. 9-6 Wildcats after 3. But Gunn cuts at the 2 in the fourth frame. Jordan Feld receives a lob pass and number 8 goes with the soft toss. But St. Ignatius would pull away late. Feed it to Samurazaki, and number 6 finds a way to score. One of his 5 goals in the contest. St. Ignatius wins the D3 NorCal title, beating Gunn 13-9.
The Leland girls water polo team had a very fine season with a league title and into NorCals.
Outstanding. The girls talking about their season with our Jake Vanderbrook this week at the Rikus Center.
And we are here at the Rikus Center for human enhancement where goals are achieved. Got goals? And here's the girls water polo team from Leland High School. Make some noise! We're going to start off with Brianna Livingston. So, huge run in the CCS playoffs. You guys went 5-0, perfect record in the Blossom Valley Athletic League. What makes this team so special?
We've overcome a lot of adversity over the season due to illnesses or injuries, and I think in the end we've all come together and we're just one big family, and it's been fun.
Now I'm going to make my way over to Evelyn Burns. So, Evelyn, talk about the team chemistry and what you guys do to keep each other in check come game day.
Usually we all try to advocate a really positive atmosphere, and we kind of just hold each other accountable. We try not to be really negative during games because it's very stressful, and we don't want that to kind of impact the kind of connection we have with each other.
It's all about the bonding. And finally, I'm making my way over to Bella Fulton, who is a senior. So, Bella, what are you going to miss the most playing for this Leland water polo team?
Honestly, I'm probably going to miss the environment and atmosphere that this team has. Like, our coach is amazing, the girls on my team are amazing, and it's something where no matter how frustrated you are after a game or practice, it's really hard to stay that way because this team is just so uplifting and so happy.
For sure. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me. Now take us out with a cheer.
Chargers on 3, 1, 2, 3,
Coming up, more NCS football as Northgate goes up against El Cerrito.
But first, here is this week's Cupertino Electric Power Rankings for football.
We're back at the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium and back to the NCS football playoffs where the Northgate Broncos head into the Division III semifinals after an upset win in the first round.
Yeah, but the competition gets tougher as the Broncos meet undefeated El Cerrito. The Tri-County Rock champs come in at 11-0 and looking to advance at home Friday night.
The Northgate Broncos race into El Cerrito for a semifinal matchup. Jack Johnson with the action early on. The Broncos were able to put the Gauchos on notice. The defensive line all over the quarterback, and finally Liam Walsh with the coup de grace and the sack. A defensive exhibition on both sides and a scoreless first. We roll to the second, still scoreless, until Tony McAdoo hears the house calling. He takes it 65 yards around the corner, over the meadow, and through the woods to Pater's house we go. Gauchos ahead 7-0. Next possession, Northgate's got a number 5 of their own. John Pelletier calls his own number, finds an open lane, scampering into the red zone. Broncos would settle for a 31-yard field goal, and Lucas Lassier kicks this thing to San Francisco. 7-3 now in the second. Northgate would get another field goal to make it 7-6, but here's McAdoo again. Pinballing through the second level, and number 5 was 1 of 1 tonight. His second of an eventual 4 touchdowns, 14-6 El Cerrito at the break. Second half was all Gauchos except for this play. Brady Willis secures the interception to turn the tide momentarily, but the knockout blow was delivered by Kamani Jackson. This jet sweep has a quick layover in the end zone before the Gauchos head to the D3 title game to face Windsor next week.
The Harker School helps us honor the people who mentor the high school stars we feature each week.
Here's Wills Towers from Mitty giving credit to his parents.
One in particular, though, I have to say my parents. My parents, they are so special to me. I love them so much. They believed in me, and, coming off that 1-9 season is really hard, and, mentally it can really mess with you a little bit, but they buckled down and they told me, I got this.
Brought to you by the Harker School. As Thanksgiving break approached, upper school students and faculty took part in a pumpkin pie eating contest to see who would scarf down a slice the quickest. The winning student was senior Vishal Rora with a time of 13 seconds, and the fastest faculty member was biology teacher Matthew Harley, who clocked in at approximately 30 seconds. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
DGDG.com wants you to be a happy car buyer, so each week we show you the Be Happy play.
This week's Be Happy play goes to the Mitty Monarchs. They do it again. After the snap is fumbled, the Monarchs get the win in overtime, and the Mitty Monarchs advance to the finals, and they were pretty happy about it. Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion play of the week. We'll see which play gets the honor next.
But first, here is this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rika Center.
My name is Audrey Corin, and I play lacrosse at Oberlin College. I'm grateful for the Rika Center for pushing me athletically towards being a U.S. Lacrosse Jackie Pitts Award winner, a team lead scorer, and a league honor roll member. I'm really excited to be announcing this week's Sac-hi training tip.
I'm Andrew Havili. Today's training tip is a lateral drop step. Courtney's going to hop twice on 2 feet and then laterally out to the side. It's great for deceleration off change of direction. Make sure the knee's stable. If you want to make it more difficult, hop out further.
Service by Medallion brings us the play of the week each week.
We'll show you some contenders and then name the play we thought was the best of the best.
Play of the week.
We start off with Bellarmine's Zane St. Laurent with a nice diving catch for the touchdown, but the play of the week has to go to Emilio Strange from Clayton Valley with a spectacular catch in the end zone with the defender all over him. Let's see it in slow-mo now. Emilio Strange, you just won the play of the week.
The play of the week, and that's our show for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. 49ers Sac-hi Sports is up next. We'll have highlights from the thrilling Rockland Manteca game coming up next. Don't go anywhere.